I've been asked recently on what kind of cameras do I use inside the vehicle and what kind of cameras do I use for filming and so on and so forth. To be honest, almost all my channel up until about, I'm going to say 8 months ago, was filmed on an iPhone, and that's why some of the derby footage is not really as best as it should be, and my editing on my iPhone is very, very limited to what I could do. I used an app called Splice, and it worked. I did almost all my YouTube channel up until almost 2017 with an iPhone. Now, I don't use my iPhone that much anymore because I cannot edit the footage from my iPhone on my computer. My fiance Cassandra, her Android, if I shoot something with her Android, I can edit that on my computer. So I actually prefer using the Androids now, and when my term comes up for renewal, I will not be using this iPhone anymore. I will not even own an iPhone anymore. I'm not too happy with it. All of my in-car footage has been shot on this. And what you guys may ask, this is a Garmin Virb. I bought this about 2 or 3 years ago. It was about half the price of a GoPro. It's held up really good for what it does. The only downside is that the mounts for these, they've discontinued it. It mounts very, very weird. What I originally got this for is because it's actually got a screen here where you can see what you're shooting, but at the time GoPro did not have this. Cassandra, for my birthday, just got me this. I have not used this yet. This is a GoPro Hero 5. I'm really excited to use this. I've been kind of testing it out to see. I bought a whole bunch of different attachments off Amazon. The forehead attachment, the chest attachment, all those fun things. But I'm really excited to use this. I have not filmed anything with this yet. All my in-car footage has been done with this. Now, around here in the shop, I had to just buy a new one there this week because this $9 one from Canadian Tire just broke, and it's had a rough life. It's had a rough life. That's just a mini flex tripod. So I bought this one off Amazon. I think it was like $12 or something. It's not very expensive. It's not very fancy, but hopefully it works good. This here screws into the camera that I'm filming with. I also bought this over the winter. Now this looks like an expensive unit, but it's really not. This piece right here I think was like 20 bucks. The mic I think was $19. And my camera just screws into this, and I only use this at the windy demolition derbies because nobody likes that wind sound when you're watching something on YouTube. It sucks. So this right here gets rid of all the wind sounds. Plus, worst comes to worst, it can be a toy for my dog. Right, Harley? I'm just joking. That's expensive. I don't want her to chew on it. What I film everything with is what I'm filming with right now is actually a Canon R700. And it sounds fancy, but again, it is the cheapest camcorder that they sold at basically Best Buy over the winter. I paid 230 bucks for it, came with 2 batteries. It actually works pretty good. Not the best, but still works good for what I do it with. I treat it pretty rough, but I'm excited to use this. And this right here has been old and reliable. It's had some issues over the times, but I enjoy it. Now let me show you the mounts and where I put them inside my car. I'm planning to do something a little bit different. If I'm only running one car, I'd like to have one facing backwards and one facing forwards, maybe even on the same mount, but we will see. But let me show you what I use right now inside of a car. A couple of you guys will remember this car from our Brooklyn Demolition Derby, and I did have an in-car video on this. Now, as you see, these tech screws coming through the roof right here are how I mount my mounts. So let's take a look right up in here. Now as you see, I have this pink piece of steel and I paint them pink because that way I don't lose them. And basically what we have is our GoPro mount, and this just basically screws into the roof of every car in about the same spot. Now I did use the factory Garmin mounts, but I've lost all the pieces to that and they're pretty much can't buy them anymore. I was able to buy one off Amazon. It was crazy expensive. So I will be making a new one of these or just cutting this one off just to have that one back. And then this is the Garmin mount right here. As you can see, it is a different style mount where you got to clamp it in like this. But that is what I use to film inside my cars. And some guys have been asking for a video on that, but that's what I use. So thanks for watching very much, and see you guys back here tomorrow.